Students, today we are going to start the second chapter of our book Vistas. The name of this story is The Tiger King. Instead of calling it simply a story, I would like to call it a satire. Why satire? Satire means in Hindi व्यंग्य. ऑथर की तरफ से दो कैटेगरी के लोगों के ऊपर कसा हुआ व्यंग्य है ये. कैसे? Who were those two people? Here, this story is a satire on the conceits of those in power. Who were those here? First one is Indian kings and the second is British officers. Why it is a satire on Indian kings? The Indian kings under Britishers, they were not at all the kings at that time. They were simply the paper kings or puppets in the hands of the Britishers. For example, I would like to recall a movie in Hindi cinema, लगान. आप सबने देखी होगी, नहीं देखी है तो देखिएगा. जो सीन मैं बताने जा रही हूँ, when the match between those Indian farmers and the Britishers was going on, among the audience there was an Indian king also. एक इंडियन राजा है जो सभी ब्रिटिश ऑफिसर्स के साथ में बैठा उस मैच को देख रहा था. When he saw the beautiful match, the beautiful, well played batting of Indians and even the fielding, that moment he was in such a pleasure that he wanted to gift his string of pearls to the Indian players. जैसे उस समय होता था कि अगर भारतीय राजा को कुछ पसंद आया तो बड़े खुशी से कहता था कि हम तुम्हारी प्रस्तुति देखकर बहुत खुश हुए, ये लो. अपनी माला निकाल कर वो उसकी तरफ फेंकते थे, ये लो तुम्हारा उपहार. द सेम वे द इंडियन किंग ही वांटेड टू पुट आउट हिज स्ट्रिंग ऑफ पर्ल्स. मोतियों की माला उसने निकालने चाहिए उन इंडियन प्लेयर्स के लिए. बट एज ही रियलाइज दैट ही इज सीटेड विद द ब्रिटिश ऑफिसर्स, ही स्टॉप्ड हिमसेल्फ. He hesitated to fulfill his wish. He wanted, but he couldn't, because that moment he was simply a puppet, paper king or a puppet in the hands of those Britishers. So that same is recalled here by this author Kalki in the story. The British officers, they were really powerful at that period. But in one scene of the story, we find that he also failed to make the Indian king of Pratibandhupuram to fulfill his desire to go for tiger hunt. That we will see in the story how it happened. Now the second part, author's effort to save tigers. We all know that in the whole planet, the tigers are going very low and low day by day. We are suffering from the danger of decreasing tiger population. And the third one is author's effort to show the reality of minions or officers. We can write here officers. How the officers, they behave in front of their kings or their bosses. In the story we will find that the officers, they gulp their words. They are not able to speak freely in front of the king till they get the order, speak without fear. Then the officer, he starts continuing with the statement. Similarly, in the present era, in the present time even, we find that the officers, they are not able to express their condition fully in front of their boss. They sometimes behave like a sycophant, or sometimes they even don't reveal the truth. They hide all the lacunae, all the weaknesses of the project which is given to them, and they present whatever is the very beautiful form of their project. Well, let's discuss the story with the scenes now. Here, the first scene is birth ceremony. The prince has taken his birth and a grand birth ceremony was organized. He was simply 10-day-old. The whole atmosphere, the whole hall was filled with the subjects, the king, the queen, astrologers, the chief astrologer and many more. They all were gathered there to celebrate the birth ceremony of the 10-day-old child. Here, the astrologers, they were predicting the future of the prince. They were stating that the child will become warrior of warriors, champion of champions. But as everyone heard the word but, everyone was shocked that what the astrologer is going to say now. Here, the astrologer is not free to speak. So, the king ordered him that speak without fear. And now the astrologer said, but he will have to die one day. Oh my God, that was a shock to everyone now, that our king will have to die one day. Do you feel that it is really a prediction? No. Here, everyone is in shock and they all are under grief that their king will die someday. So, we find a supernatural element here. What is supernatural? The scene of mystery, the scene where we feel something horror-like. The 10-day-old child himself started speaking. And he was not only speaking, he was raising intelligent and rational questions. That this is not a prediction, sir. If you want to really predict, then you have to tell me about the manner of my death. Now everyone was shocked that how a 10-day-old child can speak. So the chief astrologer, he came in forefront and he spoke that he will die due to a tiger because he was born in the hour of bull, and the bull and tigers are enemies to each other. एक बच्चा एक बिल्ली से भी डरता है. हम देखते हैं कि बच्चे को अगर हम कहते हैं कि बेटा सो जाने तो बिल्ली आ जाएगी, तो वो डर के मारे सोने की कोशिश करता है. Here we find that the astrologer, he is telling him that he will die due to a tiger. Instead of getting feared, the king shows his arrogancy since his childhood that let the tigers beware now. He growled in anger. Instead of getting feared, he showed his anger. The 10-day-old child is showing his anger. That shows the arrogancy of those kings at that moment. So this is the birth ceremony, how it happened, that prediction of the astrologers about the king's future. Here it is clear that the king will die due to a tiger. Now, how the king was grown up. What was the bringing up? Here, like all Indian princes, he was given an English culture. It was a strategy of the Britishers at that period that if we teach English atmosphere, English culture to the kings, to their princes, then definitely the subjects will also have to follow the same culture, and automatically the English culture will expand. Here, this prince, he was given the milk of English cow. He was tended by an English nanny. He was tutored by an English tutor, and he was shown only English films. As he grew up, now when he was growing and he was about to be 20, 22 in age, then it was the time for his incarnation. अब वो राजा बनेगा. As we remember that जब नरेंद्र मोदी प्रधानमंत्री बनने वाले थे, तो सब लोग आपस में बातें करने लगे कि अरे ये वही है जो कभी चाय बनाता था. मीन्स उसका एक इंसिडेंट जो सबको पता था, उसकी लाइफ से रिलेवेंट सीन उसके प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनने से ऐड किया गया. Okay, so here everybody started talking about this would-be king, that he is the same boy who started speaking when he was 10-year-old and he will die due to a tiger. Gradually this came to the ears of the would-be king, and now he took his gun and went for the tiger hunt. He considered this act as an act in his self-defense. This is not an act of self-defense because the tiger didn't come to attack on him. He went to the forest to kill the tiger. So simply it is what? It is the use of exaggeration in the story, that he considered this act as a self-defense, and he narrates there that anybody can kill even a cow in his self-defense. और अगर हम गाय को अपने सेल्फ डिफेंस में मार सकते हैं तो ये तो टाइगर है. एंड ही किल्ड द फर्स्ट बीस्ट एंड थ्रू द कैकेस इन फ्रंट ऑफ द चीफ एस्ट्रोलॉजर कि देखो मैंने तो टाइगर को मार दिया. नाउ व्हाट डू यू से? द चीफ एस्ट्रोलॉजर ही सेड, सर, in this way you can kill 99 tigers, but again the word but is there. He gulped his words, and now the king gave the order, speak without fear. And he added that in this way you can kill 99 tigers, but the last tiger, 100th tiger, will be the reason of your death. Now the king got his mission to kill 100 tigers. Till that he cannot do anything because he was fearing of his future and he has to save himself. So now he pledged that till I kill the 100th tiger, I will not look into any of the matter related to the kingdom or family. I will firstly fulfill the mission of 100 tigers. And he even spread out the proclamation in the kingdom that nobody is allowed for the tiger hunt except the king. If anybody is found flinging a stone even at a tiger, then his whole property would be confiscated. Can you think? Can you imagine yourself throwing a stone at a tiger? Never. We will never dare to throw a stone at a tiger. हम एक डॉग पे स्टोन मार सकते हैं, लेकिन टाइगर को पत्थर मारने की हिम्मत हम नहीं करेंगे. But here why the author is using this statement? Because he wants to put an emphasis on the declaration here from the king that only the king was allowed for the hunt, nobody else. So here he pledged for the killing of 100 tigers, and he got the mission also to kill the tigers for his own self. When he was killing the tigers in his own kingdom, he could kill only 70 tigers. In his own kingdom, he could kill only 70 tigers. So finally, there was a decision to marry. That he has to marry. And what is the intention behind? That if he marries, then he will be able to enter the kingdom of his in-laws, and definitely he will kill 5 to 6 tigers in his each and every visit. So he called the Diwan. Now you will see the role of the officers in front of the king at that period. Here the Diwan, he heard the will of the king that he wanted to marry. The Diwan, he is shuddering in fear because he was unable to decide that how will he get the suitable girl for the king, because the condition was that he has to find a girl from a royal race and from the kingdom which is rich in tiger population. Finally, the Diwan did his job and he found a suitable girl. Now the king, he went to the kingdom of his in-laws and killed 5 to 6 tigers every time. And in this way, he could kill 99 tigers. In this way, we see that how the king, he started his mission. He got his mission and he started his mission, and finally he reached to the figure of 99 tigers. Now, the last scene where he is very much worried, very much gloomy. During the daytime, he listens to the word of the astrologer that, sir, in this way you may kill 99 tigers, but the 100th will be the cause of your death. During nights, all the nightmares haunted on him that the last tiger is leaped upon him and there is a big fight, and finally he died. So he was not able to sleep even during the nights. Here we find an irony in the scene that the astrologer was no more that time. That means he was dead. He is a late astrologer to whom the king is going to disprove. But the king is out of his mind because he took the act as his self-defense. And he is very much particular about his vow, about his pledge that I want to kill 100th tiger. So finally, he was in search of the last tiger, and from a hilly village, the villagers came to the king and he informed him that from our hills the sheep are being disappeared, and this is definitely not the act of any person. That time 2 persons were very famous to swallow the sheep as whole. The first person was Virasamy Naik and the second one was Khader Mian Sahib. These 2 persons, they were famous to swallow sheep as its whole. हम पूरी की पूरी भेड़ को नहीं गटक सकते, लेकिन ऑथर ने ये 2 लोगों का नाम दिया है जो पूरी भेड़ को गटक सकते थे. कोई भी इंसान ऐसा नहीं कर सकता. So again we can say that the author is showing his skill here. He wants to show the cruelty of human beings towards innocent animals. कि इंसान इतना बुरा हो सकता है कि अगर उसका बस चाहे, अगर उसका बस करे तो वो पूरे के पूरे जानवर को गटक ले, बट ऐसा वो कर नहीं पाता. So here the last tiger was to be found on the hilly village. The king, he took his hunters along with and went to the forest. He decided there that till he gets the last tiger, he will not leave the forest. So here you have seen the skill of the author, that how he is trying to show the condition of the human beings nowadays, that they are such cruel that they don't feel pity over killing the innocent animals. The last tiger was to be found in the forest, but the tiger king, he failed to find it out. So finally he called the diwan. Earlier, when he got the information that he may get the last tiger in the hilly area, then he announced that these villagers, they are free from the tax for 3 years. That means 3 years exemption from the tax, when he was happy. And now when he failed to find out the tiger, the last tiger in the forest, as per the information of those villagers, so he called the diwan and he told them that you just double the tax of those villagers, because now he is angry. So here we can say that the tiger king was an eccentric king, that when he is happy, he is announcing 3 years exemption from the taxes, and when he is angry, he wants to double their taxes. So the diwan, he told him that if you do this, then your kingdom may go in the hands of the Indian Congress. The king is very intelligent, and he changed the topic. He said that in that way you may lose your job. Now the diwan is in danger to lose his job. So finally he has to arrange that tiger for the king. The gloomy and sad diwan returned back his home, and he was very sad to see this. The old wife, he had 2 wives, one is the older and the second one is the younger one. So the older wife, she asked him the reason, and he told the same, and suddenly he remembered that he himself had the tiger. Now this is a kind of anticlimax in the story. In the whole story we don't see that the diwan is having a tiger as a pet, but in the end of the story we find that he is having a tiger as a pet. Why do the human beings keep the animals as their pets? Because it is a status symbol. By keeping a pet, they fulfill their hobby, they play with the animals, and they show themselves as royal ones. So here the diwan decided to throw this old tiger, which was brought by People's Park from Madras, and he decided to throw him back into the forest for the tiger king. So the old wife and the diwan, he forcibly put the tiger into the car. The tiger was not ready here. The scene is very interesting. When you read the story, you read the whole paragraph with full concentration, that how the tiger is trying to save himself. He is not ready to go into the hands of the tigers, into the hand of the tiger king. And forcibly he was taken to the car, forcibly he was taken out of the car in the forest, and finally the diwan and his old wife, they threw him back into the forest and came to their home. The next day, the old tiger, he himself came in front of the tiger king as if he was ready, that sir, I am ready to die. And in his pleasure, in his extreme pleasure, the king, he marked the bullet shot, but in his excitement and pleasure, the bullet missed its mark. The bullet missed its mark. But with the sound, the old tiger, he fainted and fell off. The tiger king, he thought that the tiger is dead. But in reality, it was not dead. And he was screaming in joy that my vow is fulfilled. I have killed the last tiger. I have killed 100 tigers. And in his pleasure, in his happiness, he ordered the hunters that bring this dead body to the palace with grand procession. Now he left the forest. When the hunters went near to the dead tiger, then they saw that the old tiger was not dead. He was rolling his eyes. And this truth they didn't dare to tell the tiger king, because they feared that the king may remove them from their jobs. So finally one of the hunters, he took his aim at the tiger and shot him as dead. The dead body was brought in grand procession and a tomb was erected over his burial. So finally, as per the king, he had killed 100 tigers, right? But in reality, he could kill only the 99 tigers. The last tiger was not killed by him. So his vow is fulfilled now, and now it is the time that he has to look into the kingdom matters, and he has to look for the family issues as well. By this time we find that the king got his son also, and it was his third birthday, and he wanted to celebrate the birthday of his son in a grand way. He wanted to gift him something very precious, something which is not easily found anywhere. So he was in his search, and then he liked a wooden toy tiger at a shopkeeper shop, and the shopkeeper, he is such cunning that he raised the amount from annas to rupees. कि 2 आने की अगर कोई चीज़ है तो उसको वो hundreds rupees में बता देता है कि ये जो खिलौना है wooden toy tiger, this is of 300 rupees at bargain, because he didn't want to tell him the real amount, क्योंकि राजा eccentric था. With the prompt effect, he may punish him for the life. So the Raja, he took the wooden toy tiger and gifted his son. That evening, both father and the son, they were playing with the toy. In reality, the wooden toy, it was made by an unskilled carpenter. Shopkeeper ने उसे क्या बताया कि this is a rare piece of craftsmanship, you will not find it anywhere. और सच्चाई क्या थी कि that piece was made by an unskilled carpenter, and it was full of the surface of the tiger. The toy tiger was filled with rough slivers, and one of the slivers pierced through the hand of the tiger king, and that time he didn't care. He removed the sliver carelessly, threw it away and started playing again with the sun. But next morning when he got up, he found that the whole hand got swollen up, and it was an infection that won't be cured by the doctors of that time. And finally the 3 doctors were called from south. They decided to operate on the king. When they came out from the operation theater, generally what is the statement of the doctors? अगर ऑपरेशन सक्सेसफुल होता है तो वो क्या कहते हैं कि congratulations, the operation is successful, the patient is out of danger. और अगर पेशेंट ऑपरेशन के दौरान मर जाता है तो क्या कहते हैं? आई एम सॉरी, द पेशेंट इज नो मोर. Here when we read the story and the statement of the doctors, what do they say? That the operation was successful, the Maharaja is dead. What is the irony in the statement? You have seen that the prediction of the chief astrologer, it was proved to be true. The last tiger, he avenged on the tiger king. How? Here, though the last tiger, it was simply a wooden toy tiger, but he avenged on the tiger king because he was very cruel from the beginning to the end towards the animals. जब उसने सुना कि वो टाइगर्स की वजह से मरेगा तो उसने एक टाइगर मार दिया. जब उसे पता चला कि वो 100 टाइगर्स की वजह से मरेगा तो उसने 100 टाइगर्स मारने का मिशन ले लिया. एंड फाइनली आप देखिए कि व्हेन ही वांटेड टू गिफ्ट टू हिज सन, तो उसे पसंद भी क्या आया? एक वुडन टॉय टाइगर, which became the cause of his death. So ultimately the whole story revolves around tigers. The king who was famous with hyped titles, जिसको बड़े बड़े नामों से जाना जाता था, जिलानी जंग, जंग बहादुर, महाराजा धीराज, and such, some of the titles were so big that they were abbreviated. जैसे हम कहते हैं I saw DDLJ, that means दिलवाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे मूवी मैंने देखी। क्यों? बिकॉज द टाइटल इज सो लॉन्ग। तो हियर उसके कुछ नाम इतने बड़े थे दैट दे हैड टू एब्रीविएट दोज नेम्स लाइक CRCK, MAD। तो जिलानी जंग बहादुर ऐसे हाइड टाइटल वाले राजा का नाम सिंपली लोग उसे किस नाम से बुलाने लगे? टाइगर किंग। सो दिस इज द आयरनी विद द किंग एंड हिज लाइफ। थैंक यू।